Hello and welcome to the Idle Hands Workshop. Today is just a quick update on the repair of the DaVinci Duo. I'm going to be doing a couple of test prints for the new aluminum plate that I put over the chipped glass bed, hopefully in an attempt to correct the issue, save me $100, and get this printer back up and running. Really had no problems with it when it worked right, but for some reason the glass chipped out in several places and made it unusable except for one corner of the bed, which meant I could only print small items. So the goal with this was to put a thin aluminum sheet over the heated bed and give me back full use of the bed. This first one, you can see me reaching in there every now and then and adjusting the bed leveling on the fly. Haven't really done much with this printer in quite some time. So far, so good. Started noticing that it was stepping out to the side a little bit, and I thought it might be the filament catching on the spool roller there, but it comes to find out it wasn't. If you look in the back there behind the extruders up top, that cable bundle hanging down was getting pinched in the back, and it wasn't letting the extruder move all the way to the back or all the way to the side, and it was causing it to step out. I'll catch this a little bit later and correct that problem. What I'm trying to print right now is a painter's block, one of those little triangles that you can put underneath things so you don't have to put whatever it is you're painting down on your workbench or whatever, and all it leaves is a little dimple underneath. So here I stopped the print because I caught it stepping out. You'll see it looks like a mess. Dropping the bed down. As you can see, with just a very thin coat of glue, it holds quite nicely. That other piece I had just shown was to show how smooth the bottom of this is getting. It prints and it's just like glass, like it's brand new. In theory, as long as I don't go scratching up this aluminum plate, it'll last for a long time. Alright, this is actually the official test number 2, adjusting on the fly again. You might notice on the LCD screen, it's definitely not the stock XYZ software. It's been flashed over to Repetier. One of the best things I ever did. That lets you get away from having to use the cartridges. Which was one of the major flaws with this whole DaVinci system, was being pretty much forced to use their cartridges. And at $25 a pop at the time, and basically only half a roll of filament, it was not exactly worth it. So this print's going a lot better. Get about a third of the way through it. And I've got the video on this actually sped up. If only we could print that fast. And yeah, real exciting watching this, isn't it? Especially with commentary, because you never know when I'm going to talk. Now it's actually getting to about the halfway point. Layer count doesn't exactly show that because now the layers are going to be getting smaller and smaller as it comes to an apex. So the process will speed up, the layer count will go quicker. And for the moment, what I'm printing with is PLA. I think I got this from a company called Solutech on Amazon. One thing I like to do is get on Amazon and look for new companies who are putting filament out, and you can find dirt cheap rolls of filament for less than $10 sometimes. Buy a whole bunch of them. You may get a bunch of good rolls of filament and then never hear from that company again. They just vanish. I think doing this, I've only managed to come across one, maybe two rolls of filament the whole time I've been printing that were actually crap. Didn't work no matter what I did, no matter what printer I ran them through. For the most part, this little DaVinci does really, well, I say little, it's a monster, but the DaVinci does really good with the PLA. I have printed ABS with it. Haven't tried the polycarb, I mentioned that before. And those are mainly the three things I print with. And we're getting ready to finish up this print. It's looking really good. Everything's stuck to the bed perfectly. Which it also, having everything stick to the bed goes a long way towards having a good print. It doesn't stick to the bed right, it can throw the whole thing off. You could end up snapping the print off the bed and then you get a big bird's nest. Squish layers, warpage, but we haven't had any of that. And if you'll notice, I've got both of the side panels, the little covers, they're not even on this at the moment, and I've got the door open so that I can shoot the video. Normally you don't want a breeze going through your printer. here it comes. It's getting ready to print the final little point there. All in all, this was I think a 45-minute print. I get the best results from this printer when I actually slow it down to about 85% of the movement speed. And the bed's dropping down, extruder's shutting off, the bed's going to cool down. I should have left the sound on, because when this gets to the bottom, most printers, they make a noise when the print is done. Mine plays the Star Wars Imperial March in beeps. One of those neat little things I had to do. And there it is. So I want to thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share. Check back next week, see what I get into.